What's up guys, welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video, we're gonna go over if you should use a meal plan to get the best results possible. Before we do that, I'm starving, so I'm gonna whip up some protein pancakes. It's been a while since I've made these, so I'm gonna kind of wing the ingredients and the amounts a bit, see what we come up with, and then I'm gonna smash them. We're gonna have a little chat about meal plans, flexibly tracking, what I recommend you guys should do, the perks and the downfalls of both. And then we're gonna hit a back and arm session with Alex as well, because he's finally back in the gym, so let's do it. Alright guys, so that is breakfast done. Unfortunately, I ran out of berries, so we're just going topping with sugar-free maple syrup. That's a pretty hefty stack. So I'm gonna smash this. If you're interested, I'll put the calories and macros on the screen for you somewhere. And then we're gonna discuss meal plans, flexible tracking, what I do, what my clients do, and what I recommend you should do. And then we're gonna hit the gym, so let's do it. Okay guys, so should you use a meal plan to get results? Well, I'm gonna go through the benefits right now of meal plans and the benefits of flexibly tracking, which is basically where you're still trying to hit calorie and macro targets, but you're tracking your own as you go with like MyFitnessPal or whatever tracking app you like, because there is perks and there is downfalls to both. And obviously you can use a mixture of both, which we will touch on as well. Perks of using just a meal plan. Number one is it takes out the decision fatigue. I know that sounds silly, but for some people it can be quite overwhelming if they have too many choices. You know, like if you walk into a shop and you want a new shirt or something like that, and there's just thousands of shirts, thousands of colors. That is key, especially on a diet. If you're going deep into the diet, if you're like going to compete or you're trying to get super shredded, sometimes not having to think about it and not having too many choices, just following blindly can help quite a lot. The second thing is your calories and macros will always be spot on. You don't have to worry about, can I fit this, can I fit that, how much protein you're gonna hit, how much carbs, how much fats, and that can be very handy as well. The third perk is it is great for beginners to get results right now, and it helps them learn along the way if the macros and the calories are written out for them with the meal plan. Being in the industry, working with a lot of Gen Pop and beginners for the last like 7 to 8 years, I know that as a beginner coming into the gym, you need to get them results ASAP. If you can get them instant results within the first 2 to 4 weeks, it builds a lot of trust. The more they trust you, the more you're gonna be able to help them, because they're gonna keep following your guidance. When things get tough, when things plateau, they're not gonna give up. They're gonna be like, oh, he helped me before, he knows what he's doing, let's keep it going. The fourth perk is accurate weigh-ins, which can help make adjustments a lot easier and a lot more reliable. So if you're eating on a meal plan, you're eating the same amount of meals each day, you're eating the exact same macros, your morning weigh-ins and your weekly average weight is going to be very accurate and very consistent. And when it comes to like weekly average weights and progress photos and measurements and things like that, this is what coaches use to gauge, okay, do I need to increase this client's calories? Do I need to decrease them? You know, do we need to increase output, etc., etc. So that doesn't change too much from if you're hitting the calories and macros spot on, but it can a little bit. The perks of flexibly tracking your own calories and macros using an app or like MyFitnessPal or whatever. So the first perk is obviously the flexibility to eat out on the go. So if you're on a meal plan, you know, you're gonna be a little bit more restricted, whereas if you track your own, you know, you can eat whatever you want as you go throughout the day, given you know how to do this. Flexibility to eat different meal frequency is another perk. So if you've got a meal plan and you know you've got 4 meals per day on there, then obviously if you're flexibly tracking, you might wake up on Sunday and you might be like, well, I'm not even hungry today, I'm only gonna eat like 2 or 3 times. You don't have to kind of stress about like, oh shit, I gotta get 4 meals in though. You can just make those meals bigger because you're flexibly tracking as you go. The next thing is more variety and freedom of food choices. Obviously that's the biggest given to flexibly tracking, is you can kind of eat what you want when you want, given you know how to do this. So they're the main ones of flexibly tracking and the main perks of meal planning as well. I will say you can obviously put them together. That's what I do and that's what majority of my clients do. the whole point of this video is for you guys to kind of get the perks and get the negatives, and then you can kind of make a decision what works best for you. So they're the main ones. Obviously there is a few more and I will go through these as we go, but right now I'm gonna go grab a coffee, we're gonna go smash a back and arm session, and then we'll go through the downfalls of a meal plan only and a downfall of flexible tracking. All right, let's go. All right guys, coffee is acquired. We are ready to go, but I was thinking, let's touch on the negatives real quickly of each. And I was kind of going through them all, what I wrote down. I was like, I'm basically going to tell you the same thing. So the negatives of the meal plan is the positives of flexibly tracking and vice versa. What I recommend you guys do with this info is kind of, you know, sit down, have a look at your goal. Okay, what's my goal? What's my lifestyle look like? And which one is going to suit me better? Go through that list we put on the screen of like the perks. And if any of them really jump out to you, then that's probably what you want to start with. I'm a big fan of combining the two. Another major key factor of meal plans is the shopping, and this is what I find every time I've followed a meal plan. My budget for shopping is so much less because I don't need as many items. Like I said, I don't let things go to waste. When I'm tracking all the time, I find I quite often, like, I let things go off or I let it go to waste and I end up wasting food. And I hate wasting food because, you know, there's a lot of people out there that could do with that food, and it's just a waste of money as well. I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope those tips helped though. Let me know if they did. Drop a comment below. We're gonna go pick up Cookie now, aka Alex, and hit some back and arms. So see you there.
I'm getting serious. Hell yeah, Mr. Macho's back.
I want to get lats that big that I can't walk.